Again, you're probably going to have to confirm that. Hello and welcome to day 4 now of Thrive in 2022. I can't believe we're through to day 4. So if you're live, thank you so much for carving out this time. And if you're doing the replay, well done, because I find I need a little kick up the bum to make a replay. I find it so much easier to be live on something. So if you're doing the replays, well done. I'm going to pop our screen share on and we'll dive straight into today's content. We have a lot to get through today. So let's just dive straight on in. Oh, my phone is still making noise. We'll deal with that. There we go. To recap, as we've done each and every day, you are, as a yoga teacher, first and foremost a community builder. It helps us serve, it helps us thrive, and it also helps us to feel more joy and passion and fulfillment in the work we do when we put community first. As you keep hearing, and I want this to be your inner monologue, quite a lot of my mentees are always saying, even after they finish the courses, I can hear you in my head. Yes, and what I would love you to hear is real conversations with real people, creating real relationships, delivering real results. You know this tea light analogy now. It is time that we get your lighters ready, because we have some new tea lights that need lighting in 2022. So it is enough of the dreaming and the creating. I know as yoga teachers, generally speaking, we are more naturally lean towards the creative dreaming. I know so many yoga teachers, their minds are always coming up with new amazing ideas, and then either those lead to overwhelm or they don't know where to get started with them, and then they kind of fizzle out. It is time that we actually break those dreams down into step-by-step actions. Because remember what I said, you only need to know what the next step is, and then the one after that appears. So let's break things down into steps, one little step at a time, with a non-attachment to the outcome. And that is so key in the essence of yoga. I often quote a part from the Bhagavad Gita, and someone reminded me of that in a group chat today as well, that our dharma is to show up and take the action without an entitlement to the fruits of our labor. That is what non-attachment is, as it's written in the Bhagavad Gita. Show up, do the work with a non-attachment to the outcome. Serve. And then the thrive follows. So as we go into day 2, so we've got a lot to cover: strategy, marketing, and promotion. They're going to be helping you identify where do you need help and what don't you know yet, because that's one of the things that can put us off bringing to life our dreams, because we think, well, I don't know how to do that, so we don't do it. Whereas we think, I don't know how to do that. Okay, right. What do I need to learn? How can I get help? How can I turn up, I don't know how to do that, to, okay, we're doing it. How will you attract these ideal students to the offerings that you have been dreaming up? We're going to be looking at marketing, promotion, and sales, and specifically, what is the difference between these? We're going to create a promotion plan. Now, this is completely new to this training and something that's been coming up in the mentorship programs, seeing people really need a broken out step-by-step process to follow for promoting your events. And then we'll finish with an invitation for you to work with me more. So what do you need to learn? You might be familiar with that Maria Forleo quote, everything is figure outable. When you think you can't do something, we figure it out. And if you don't, if you were a yoga teacher in 2020, we figured stuff out. We figured out Zoom, we figured out headset mics, we figured out payment systems, booking systems. We figured stuff out. And you know what? If we could figure out how to keep serving our communities and teaching yoga when it was illegal to run classes in person, there isn't a single thing that we can't figure out. We are meant to grow, and we grow by learning, just like a houseplant grows. Now, if you like houseplants, and I do, I get really grumpy with my houseplants if they stop growing. Don't know why. And invariably they stop growing because they haven't got the right conditions. I either need to repot them, move them to more light, water them more, water them less, but they need right conditions to grow. So where have you stopped growing? Where have you stopped learning? Or what parts of your growth haven't you tended to? And I said this on day one, it's so common for yoga teachers for us to continue to grow and learn in yoga, but not in our business skills. And you're a business person, you're an entrepreneur. You are, I promise. Okay? We need to learn how to run business. So what do you need to learn to get help with to grow your new offering? So that's going to be one of your first reflection questions, to look through what is the offering and what don't you yet know to do. Maybe it's make a website. Maybe it's do an online booking platform. Maybe it's how to do a poster that actually gets attention. Maybe it is a part of the course, how to make a workbook, but work out what it is that you don't know and create an action plan, how you're going to learn that thing, or where you're going to get help. Change of topic. Okay. How do you attract new students for your new offerings? That is by building relationships with real people. So how do you build relationships? First of all, you need to communicate with new people. So if the people in your circle, the people you currently know, already wanted to do yoga, they'd already be doing it with you. If you're putting on something new, you're wanting to fill your classes, establish new classes, you need to meet new people. And how do we meet new people? We don't wait for them to find us. You need to go to new places to meet new people. Personally, I think in-person marketing is the easiest way to build in-person offerings. So you literally get out into your community. If your class is near a school, you offer out flyers to parents as they're picking up their kids. You ask the school, could they put a flyer in a book bag in exchange for a charitable donation? You stand outside the train station and hand out flyers. You put an A board outside your yoga classes. You flyer drop. Flyer drops work. Most of you know this. If you flyer drop on a Sunday when nothing else lands and your flyer's eye-catching with the correct information, that's why I give templates to my mentees, because it's often the success of the flyer, the poster. You give talks. One of the girls in my mentorship program was saying how she ran a chair yoga class and she went and did a talk to the University of the Third Age, 8 new students straight in. You give talks, you go to the runners club, you have a stall at the end of park run, show up where people show up. You can also do this online by showing up in your local Facebook community groups, but go in there with the intention to build community, not to sell. You can use apps like Nextdoor. I do have a guide on 61 plus ways to attract new students. You can download it from the blog on my website. But you've got to get out there and meet new people, meet hairdressers, massage therapists, people that can refer, physios. You must meet new people. Then when you meet new people, it's time to communicate and cultivate a relationship by asking open questions. So as I said, if somebody has started following you on social media, reach out to them, ask an open question. Hi, thank you so much, follow. It's lovely to connect with you. What are you looking for at the moment? How can I be of support to you? Ask an open question. Oftentimes, we naturally ask closed questions. So just keep asking open questions. And that really takes the pressure off small talk. Ask an open question, let that person speak. Acknowledge what they say, and then ask another open question. And then when you start talking to people, cultivating this relationship, there will become a natural time in the conversation when it feels appropriate to invite them to a class, workshop, free taster session with you. And you can make it a tailored invitation. Hi, Joe. It's been so lovely chatting to you over the last 5 minutes. Thank you for letting me know about your back. Honestly, I think yoga would really help. I used to have back pain, and yoga's really helped. I'd love you to come along for a free class and see if it might be able to help you. Make an invitation. Don't be tempted to just give someone your details. Oh, look me up on Instagram, you'll find my website and come along for a class. That's passive. You want to take the person's details so you can follow up. Oh, let me take your email address and your phone number, and I'll send you an invite for a free first class. Then you can follow up. And then the final step of building relationships is really delighting someone when they have that first interaction with you. And this is all about customer service. So someone's experience, right from deciding they're going to come and have a class, workshop experience with you, to sending them the information, sending them a welcome letter, greeting them personally at class, showing them around, introducing them to someone, saying, I'd love to catch up with you at the end of class today to see how you got on. So don't run off. Babies run off. Then say at the end of class, it's such a pleasure to teach you. And then send a follow-up thank you, email, message, WhatsApp, and personally invite them to book next time. Customer service is key, and it is grossly lacking in the yoga community. The more that we have automated our booking systems, moved to payment systems, customer service has just gone. And I really hope you feel a difference from me. I hope you felt that I've replied to your messages. If you've messengered me, you've had voicemails back, you've had comments in the Facebook group. And there's over 600 of us in this challenge. Give good customer service. And on that note, I said yesterday that I'd booked in for a yoga class at a local studio. Went there today. The teacher didn't even turn up. I stood in -8 degrees for 20 minutes. I'd booked the class. That's terrible customer service. I rang, I sent a text, hours later, and I've had nothing back. Improve customer service, please, in yoga. Sorry, that was a heartfelt rant. Okay, so you have a page in your workbook with some blank circles that I want you to write in some steps of how are you going to meet new people. Are you going to talk to the mums at the school gate? Are you going to flyer drop between Christmas and New Year? Are you going to go and give a talk at your local University of the Third Age? Are you going to find a referral partner? If you need inspiration, go to my blog and get the 61 plus ways to attract new students guide. But map them out in those circles. What are you going to do to meet new people? Keep an eye on the times here. Okay. Some of you've heard this analogy before. It never gets old. I would like you to understand the difference between marketing and sales. A lot of yoga teachers skip the marketing phase and just do sales. So marketing is the building real relationships, getting to know people, and building the know, like, and trust factor. Sales is when you ask somebody to book your class, free trial, workshop, course. Sales is when you ask someone to part with their money. Now, a lot of yoga teachers have a habit of only going onto their social media, only going into community groups and Facebook pages when they have something to sell. So you rock up in your local Facebook group or Nextdoor app or in your local community when you go, hey, 6-week beginner's yoga course, book here. People do inherently have stranger danger. If they don't know who you are in these groups, they've not seen your name, and you've just jumped in there to sell, nothing will happen from it. When people say they're not getting good results from their marketing, it's normally the approach they're taking. So for instance, if you're in a local community group, before you promote your class in there, go in there and be a human being. Introduce yourself. Hi, my name's Laura. I'm in the area. I've lived here this long. I haven't connected online before. With the last year, I found I'm using more online groups. So I wanted to jump in and say hi. I love yoga. I love cats. And I'm partial to a gin and tonic. Tell me a bit about you. Go in there and introduce yourself. Make friends. If you see in comments, people are saying things that you can help with, share stuff. If someone puts a request in saying, does anybody know a physio? I've hurt my back. Put in a little video with some yoga for back care. Give. So this is another part of the Serve and Thrive model, but it's not something we've covered yet. Give more than you sell. Give freely. And when you give, people know you're coming with heart and soul. So you must build relationships first. Build the know, like, us. Let people see your face, your name, hear your voice, share your passions. Let people know you. Then when you sell, it becomes more of an invitation they've been working for. And be creative with how you sell so that your posts don't look like sales posts. This silly photo, it's actually a selfie. I take my own photographs, which we teach in the mentorship program. And this was something I put in a Facebook group when I was bringing back one of my in-person classes after a full sort of 18-month break because of COVID. I put this picture on its own in the Facebook group and put, shh, can you keep a secret, ... Everybody then wanted to read that rather than, oh my God, what's she selling? And then under that, I said, I hope not. I stopped my yoga class because of COVID. It's been stopped for 18 months. I'm really excited to bring it back. I'm missing my students so much. I'm hoping you can help me find and reconnect with my family. And then I shared, I teach a local yoga class Monday, 5:55, book here for a free trial. So be creative with your sales so it doesn't look like sales. Okay, are you ready? This is a big one. You have this written in your workbook. A step-by-step breakdown of how to promote something. This could be a new class, a new course, a workshop, a day retreat, a one-off pop-up outdoor yoga classes. This is how you promote. This is a promotion campaign. What a lot of people do is they will share on social media or maybe in their email list once. New beginners yoga course coming up starting 22nd of January. And then when people don't buy it, they think it doesn't work. Normally what the problem is you didn't tell people enough about your thing, your offering, and you didn't tell them in enough different ways, or you just repeated it. I don't think this is quite true, but they invariably say in the marketing world that people need to see something 6 to 7 times before they take action. I don't find it's that much for me, but when I'm promoting something, I like to plan out the whole campaign, give myself enough time for it, and if it's sold out halfway through, great. Okay? But you've got to do things more than once. So how do you promote something? I put create a landing page. So a landing page is simply a page on a website predominantly that gives people information about the thing you're offering and gives them the option to book it then and there. You were all on a landing page to register for this 4-day training. So it's just a page or a paragraph on a page. You know, if it's your weekly yoga classes, it's the page about your classes and then the option to book. It's just where does someone read more and book. You create that first. Then you create images and text, written words that you can use to promote that. Images really are good. As they say, a picture paints 1,000 words. So if you can say something in an image, a photograph do. I really advise using photographs of yourself because people need to feel like they know you, unless you don't look like your client. So if you're putting on yoga for kids, you're going to want to put pictures of kids doing yoga. In my yoga for seniors with a chair, I put pictures of me and some of my older students using a chair. Okay? But you really do want to make sure your picture is there at least somewhere so people know you. This picture, I take them all myself. You know? This picture was to promote, guess what? Yoga and wine day retreat at a vineyard called Bluestone. Be creative with your images. And then the text. You're writing the copy. We spoke about this yesterday, writing your students' words. Then you need to go into your Facebook, Instagram, email, posters, flyers, and announce the launch. Okay? I'm really excited to announce I'm launching a 6-week beginners yoga class, and then include CTA call to action. Click here to learn more. I use learn more than I use click here to buy. It's a little softer. Send, and again, think how you've gone through this process with me. Send personal invitations. So if you're connected with people on Facebook, most of you got a personal Facebook messenger from me inviting you to take part in this. Send one-to-one emails. What with spam filters, it's really hard to get through. Send one-to-one personal emails. If you have students in mind that you're going to be perfect for that course or event, hey, Jenny, I've just created this new Yin Yoga Nidra workshop. You know what you were saying last week about your increased stress levels? I think this is going to be perfect for you. Do it. It will feel like sales to you. It will feel warm, welcoming, and kind from the person on the receiving end. Then create the next round of marketing. First round of marketing is launch, personal invitations. The second is, maybe a week later. Don't just go, I'm not sure if you saw it, but here's my event. Don't just go relaunch it. Change the marketing and think about educational content. So for instance, you're running a Yoga and the Moon course. You've announced it, you've sent personal information. Now do more marketing, be it on social media, Facebook, in groups, on your email list, that is educating about some of the content. So it might be top facts about the moon and how it affects your life. Pure educational. And then at the end, much more subtle call to action. If you liked reading about this today and want to learn more, I also run a course called Yoga and the Moon. Click here. Then next round, third round of marketing. Mix up the medium. Include a live yo or a demonstration. So one of my current mentees is an Ashtanga teacher. So we've done her launch Ashtanga yoga class. Then we did top 10 reasons why I love Ashtanga yoga. And then the third campaign actually included a video of her doing Ashtanga yoga, so somebody could see it, and her talking about why she loved it as she did the video. If you're running a yoga meditation and journaling course, maybe you're doing a live video of your journaling practice. So mix up the medium and include a call to action. If you enjoyed watching this live video today and you want to do it with me, click here to learn more about my course. Another campaign, people that are registered, booked, message them. Thank you so much for your booking. I'm really delighted. I wondered if you'd like to invite a friend to do it with. This happened to me really well a little while ago, back in November. I booked to go on to a flotation tank. So I booked a 60-minute flotation tank. And on their website, it said, book a friend and you both get a little bit of money off. I had a friend sitting, Michelle, right next to me when I made the booking. I didn't even mention it to her. They rang me back about something. I can't remember what it was, or I rang them. Then they said on the phone, did you know that actually if you bring a friend, you both get a little bit cheaper? Is there something you want to bring? They asked me a second time. And I went, Michelle, do you want to come on a flotation tank with me? She's like, yeah. But I had to be told twice, do you want to bring a friend? Don't presume people will think of it all on their own. Then 2 to 3 sales, social media. So that's what that is. Educational content, live video, invite a friend, mix up the medium. So it might be that you put an Instagram story, a reel, a carousel, email bullet points, video, photo, mix up how you're delivering the information for different people's preferences. Then we get last minute people, a last chance to book a few days before. Give those last minute people a go. Then once your thing is running, especially if it's going to run ongoing, share when you're running it. Oh my God, loving the opening circle for our day retreat today. By the way, if you want to register for the next day retreat, put your email in here. Such an amazing sound bath at my immersion course. Love running these. We're opening enrollment for September in 2 weeks' time. Okay, so give ongoing mentions whilst you're running the event. Creates that fear of missing out factor. After an event, get reviews, share your reviews. If you're launching expensive online courses, there is more advanced promotion, like running trainings such as this, running free workshops, running challenges on Instagram. But these are all things we cover in more detail in the mentorship. Oh, let's check on the time. How are we doing? Okay. So would you light my candle? Think of those students that are out there wanting their candle lit. I don't know here if anybody ever watched or seen the show Rent. It's been in my head the whole time. You're like, would you light my candle? Have that in your head. Would you light my candle? Okay, there's people out there waiting for you to light their candle. So are you ready to bring your next offering to life? A little word about confidence. You don't have to feel confident. It's a myth. Confidence comes from doing the thing and receiving the feedback. All you need to do to feel confident in this to life is to believe in yoga. You believe in yoga. Yoga works. Believe in yoga until your confidence rises through the doing to believe in you. And know I believe in you. I have trained, mentored many yoga teachers. I know what is possible for you. I believe in you and you believe in yoga, and that is enough. So I would love to take you by the hand and do it with you. You can fly with all of this on your own, or you can have the accountability, support, mentorship from me and do it with me. So let's do this together. My next mentorship program, Serve and Thrive, is starting in January. So this is a 12-week training for yoga teachers. I have trained people who've just qualified to people who've been teaching for 10 plus years. Doesn't matter which stage you're at. The 12-week training for all yoga teachers. You get lifetime access to the on-demand trainings, and the trainings include everything you'll ever need to thrive as a yoga teacher. They've seen me through 12 years and doing most things a yoga teacher can do. You have direct support and accountability with group coaching calls with me. You can ask me anything. One-to-one advice and feedback in a WhatsApp group quickly. So even here, right now at Christmas, I'm in Sweden. One of my current mentees sent me 2 flyers because she wants to do a flyer drop between Christmas and New Year. I messaged back yesterday going, I think this works for this, that, and the other reason, tweak this, that, and the other. I sent her some examples. She sent them back today. I said, amazing, crack on. So you have that access to me constantly on Facebook, sorry, not Facebook, on WhatsApp and our group coaching calls. And you have lifetime access to templates because I want to make your job quicker, easier, more productive, and remove stumbling blocks that stop you getting started. So here is a little word from Tim, who is on this call with us right now. So Tim did the Serve and Thrive, and he said here, I've got the results to prove how successful you can be if you follow Laura's process. It's simple but hard work. The number of people I am teaching is up by 40% in just 2 months. Now, this was earlier in the year. I'd love to know what they're at by now. And I've just smashed my best month ever for turnover. Brilliant course, really pleased I signed up. So what do you learn? You learn how to build a sustainable and profitable business. Life before business, okay? Sustainable and profitable. You learn how to market your offerings with heart, how to deliver inspiring and creative yoga classes. This isn't just a business training, we elevate your teaching skills. You learn how to fill your classes and build a following, how to expand into workshops and events, and how to step into your uniqueness and serve. I can't stand cookie cutter trainings. We need the unique you. So here is another word from Jackie. Jackie had already been teaching quite a long time. She said, this program has delivered more than I ever imagined, covering all aspects from marketing, photography, sequencing, creativity, and mindset, along with much more. With Laura's trainings, I've maintained my online presence and built a new studio with sold out classes, plus sold out day retreats, and now my first retreat in Spain. So that retreat in Spain, Jess has had everything from me, templates, contacts, everything. So she can get busy running her retreat with her unique light and not get bogged down in T's and C's. So you get trainings specifically on how to attract new students, and you get Canva launch templates, the ins and outs and templates for first class customer service, social media for 101 for yoga teachers. This is brought to you by Danielle Garber. She is a leading brand expert. You get a training on email marketing. You get a training on copywriting, a really important skill that never gets taught. And there are website reviews. You get a training on yoga photography to create scroll stopping images with a leading photography educator, Ria Michelle. And you get a training on how to run an event and workshop. And you get a training on the business and teaching skills of building up a private client base for one-to-ones, creative, heartfelt sequencing for amazing yoga classes, training on the power of language, intuitive observation, and you get a mindset training for self-belief and overcoming imposter syndrome, plus lifetime access. If you enroll before the 31st of December, so before the end of the year, you will also get a one-to-one strategy session with me and immediate access to the course from the minute you enroll. So if you want to get a head start over Christmas, New Year, feel free. This offer is only for you though. And we'll leave a final word on this to Lucy. So Lucy said, Laura is a fountain of knowledge and her enthusiasm is infectious and helped me steer my business in the right direction for me. Results since beginning the course speak for themselves, with increased social media activity, a new website, more students, and great feedback. I've implemented changes to the way I structure my working week with regard to lesson planning, scheduling my marketing, freeing up more time for me. I feel much more confident going forward as a result. So the opening circle is 14th of January. There are replays available for everything, lifetime access to everything. You can pay in full for £800. Now, I know as a yoga teacher, that feels like we're not used to investing in the business side of our yoga. We'll invest like that in a CPD on teaching skills, but on the business, it's hard. But it's investing in your business that makes the return on investment in all that amazing knowledge you have. To put that into perspective, £800 can be earned in a half-day retreat. Okay, my day retreats make about £1,800 profit for 1 day's teaching. £800 is very easy to make very quickly when you know what you're doing. Investing in mentorship should make you money, not cost you money. You can also pay by installments, which is $275 over the 3 months of the course. So now we've done that introduction, remember there is still chance to win stuff with me. So complete your homework. You have until the end of tonight, the 22nd, to get a chance to win, because the first prize, the coaching call, is tomorrow. Still do the homework if you're watching the replay and it's too late for the competition, because you'll still get feedback. But get into the after party and let's get that competition closed up today. Because tomorrow, one of you will have a one-to-one with me live like this. And I want you to come and watch the one-to-one because I'll make it feel appropriate and relevant for everyone to help you work how you're getting in your own way. How can we end self-sabotage? And how can we step into your soul's courage? It also gives you a chance to see what a mentorship call is like. So I'm going to end that screen share now and see if you have any questions. So who is going to be brave and lead us off with a question? Oh, you got some.
Laura, can I ask about the mentorship program? You've got the next one starts on the January the 14th. Do you run that, like, are there 12-week blocks running throughout the year? Or...
In my mind, it will be similar to this year, which was I ran 3 12-week blocks, but we've also got the 150-hour advanced YTT that will start in June, July. There's no business training on that. That's all in-depth subject matter. So I'm just not sure that commitment will sit with running both at the same time for me. So I think so, but to not just be honest answer.
Yeah, cool.
Can I ask Laura, the 150,
yes,
the 150 hours you're doing, is that in person or is it online?
That's 100% going to be in person, yeah, and only 12 spaces. I personally bring myself to do it online. The content is going to be deep, body, really spiritual. I have to do that in person.
No, that's great. I prefer in person, so yeah.
Good.
And can I just ask one further question quickly? I'm starting my classes in January. I've just qualified. I'm new. I created a leaflet, which my first flyer, which I'm due to.
It's good.
Yeah. So it's a 2-page flyer. I created it and we ordered them. I've got 1,500 delivered. It arrived and I've seen quite a big spelling mistake on it. And I'm like, oh, do I send them out or do I just...
What word spelling mistake on?
So this here, yoga Opperton, here, there's an hour missing out of it. Both myself and my husband had done a look at it, and we hadn't picked up on it, and it was only, because on Canva they're quite small when you see it. So we viewed it, and then when they arrived, we noticed it, so we was a bit stuck then. We'd spent the money and had 1,500 delivered. So
I done that on a flyer. I mean, I'm terrible with spelling, awful. I've done it on flyers and I still sent them out. And because those letters are really close together and you're going to be putting them in an area where people need the town, they won't spot it.
yeah,
Your eyes read what they think they see. And everyone's like, oh, I would put them out.
yeah.
You're talking to someone who can't spell for toffee.
Thank you.
Hi, Laura. Can I ask
Sammy,
a question?
Yes, let me just say one more thing to Sammy. Sammy, if you didn't hear, flyer drop on a Sunday only, fold it in half, wooden spoon, push it through the letterbox.
Right, lovely. Thank you very much.
Sorry, yes, was that Lorna? What's the question?
Yes, it was, Laura. Thank you. Thank you so much for the last 4 days. It's been brilliant. It really, really has got my head in the right mind space, but so much more to think about now. I just wanted to ask, with the mentorship program, does that run at a regular time every week? I know you said that replays were available, but is there like a set time and day every week?
So those really detailed trainings, so the actual trainings are on demand, so you can do them anytime, press pause, take notes. The coaching calls, yes, they are at 2 set times, but they're at 2 different times. I can't remember off the top of my head. They're on a Thursday at 4:30 or a Friday at 11:30. How do I get back to Zoom? There. I've definitely had people do it that know they cannot attend, like Gemma, who that she didn't attend a single session live. Breaks my heart, but she did everything and flew. So yeah, it's nice to see people live. If people can't make anything live, I tend to say, hey, should we jump on a call, just you and me? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. It's just my schedule's all over the place at the moment, so I don't know what will be happening in January. So just so I can get my head in the game. But thank you.
We make it work. Worst case with replays, best case, we just jump on a phone call down again. And then rather than getting, in a group, you get a shorter amount of time, 1-to-1.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Oh. Any other questions? What about promo? Someone's got to have a question about that. So you've got a question, my darling.
I have a quick question, if it's okay.
Of course, my love.
I've been doing the homework, but I get very, it's like squirrel syndrome. I get like lots of thoughts, but then I don't feel that I can formulate them into anything concrete. So I like the sound of the mentoring, but again, have done business kind of social media marketing courses in the past, and I don't get there because something trips me up. I'll get stuck on a particular place. Also, I was waiting for the answer about the coaching call times, and both of those I probably would struggle for. Is it something that I could do when I can't formulate the answers to pieces of this homework? Does that make sense?
So that's the best bit about mentorship, is that we can formulate the answers together. You don't have to do it on your own. So I did a 1-to-1 call with someone today that's in the mentorship, in the group mentorship, but we still did a 1-to-1 for the same reason. Just like, if I don't get these ideas out of my head before Christmas, my brain's going to explode. So we sat there, she told me the ideas. I was like, nope. And it's easy because we can see, I'm like, why are you wanting to do a sound bowl course when you already have amazing skills in Reiki? Like, she already had so much, it was like, do the sound bowl course once you've run out of things, So yeah, that's what helps. There are marketing and social media courses out there, and I get a lot of people doing my mentorship who've done other courses. Predominant differences, they're not taught by yoga teachers. They'll tell you stuff that works in theory and just nothing about our industry, and that you can thrive and delete Instagram at the same time.
Thank you. Yeah, so the live stuff I think would be important to me because I need that. I think I need that two-way brainstorming. So if that would be a possibility, then
even if you make some of them, absolutely. And sometimes, like the course right now, I'm heart-led. So the course right now should have been finished. I said to them, I don't want to finish with you in December when we're going into the uncertainty of January. Let's extend the course till January. They didn't pay anything more. They've got a whole nother month, more course. So I'm heart-led always.
Thank you. And thank you for this.
Laura, can I ask a question about promo? In that
please.
promo campaign, you kind of described a 3, maybe 4-phase campaign if you've got your last minute people booking. What kind of time period do you typically do that, like working back from when you want the class to start?
That's a really good question, Emma. Timescales depends on investment. So the bigger the investment, the longer the timescales. So retreats, like 2022 retreats are all up already. And some of my retreats get booked 2 years in advance. And people pay me £50 a month on installment for their retreats. So the bigger the investment, the earlier the notice, minimum 6 weeks.
So what would you typically do for a course then, for like a 6-week course or something?
I would probably do officially a 6-week with a drip feed at 8 weeks. So what a drip feed is plant a seed without selling anything. So say a drip feed was, I've been feeding, not intentionally, I have to say, my philosophy and movement course for ages by sharing about Philosophy Friday and my Yoga Warriors. So I keep saying, Yoga Warriors, we're looking at the Bhagavad Gita. We've been learning about this. Oh my God, I absolutely love my philosophy phase. Genuinely all natural. But that is a drip feed, getting people interested in philosophy. Oh, these favorite yoga philosophy books. I find yoga philosophy so inspiring, but selling nothing. So just dripping. Say you were drip feeding a day retreat. I'll put a picture of a place. Oh my God, I love yoga day retreats. It's so amazing getting a day for myself, just a drip feed. And then 2 weeks later, you've planted that seed, it's germinated, and then you launch the thing.
Lovely, thank you.
I'll look out for a drip feed. Let's have another promo questions. I love promos. I have an answer to a promo question that hasn't been asked. If you have, oh my God, I've got 3 things coming to my head. When you decide your promo campaign, you can schedule it all together. Okay? So say my 4-week yoga and the moon course, I can sit down for one afternoon when I have my head in the right space for writing and write all of the promotion, all of the graphics, and schedule it. Even though I've scheduled it to go out over 6 weeks, and then I get to tick that on my to-do list rather than, oh my God, I need to do some more promotion. Oh my God, I need to do, oh my God, I need to do, just schedule it. One afternoon, get it all scheduled out. And then if you've planned your 6-week promotions and the thing's out in 24 hours, which happens to so many people, it's amazing, makes me so happy. You continue including it in the things, but you write sold out. Okay? I had students before COVID really well trained that stuff sells out. So don't wait. People would book things so far in advance because they knew things sold out. So tell people this is on, it's sold out, sold out, sold out, Okay. Another promo question, this one. Let me have a look in the what's going on. I know, yeah, so Emma's put, I know that about your retreats. Yeah, yeah, my retreats are all sold out for 22. Yeah. Yes, Sammy.
Just in regards to promotions, so I've not invested in creating a website as yet. It's something that we've been thinking about, but looking at the costs, I've obviously had the layout for equipment and flyers and everything else. At what stage do you think you need to do a website?
Immediately, and you can keep it really cheap. The reason you need a website immediately or as quickly as you can is because if you are building your business entirely on Facebook, Instagram, you do not own that real estate. Facebook, remember we're live streaming, Facebook can be challenging and you get stuck in its algorithms. Instagram, the same. Website, you own it. And then you want to get people signing up to your email list from your website. They can be so simple, and Sammy, they can be really cheap. You can host it for about £4. You can buy a domain name for 10, 20 pounds. You can get free Wix templates. You can get a website easily in under £100.
Right. I mean, we did start going through the process, and then I just sort of got a bit nervous and held back. So did actually buy a domain name, but I just feel a bit out of my depth with technology, and I was sort of thinking, oh, because this domain name, it looked like I was going to pay something really cheap, and then in the end, I'd paid £37 by the end of, and I was thinking, oh, I feel a bit out of my depth here. So is that something that you do cover in the mentorship, that kind of thing?
I review people's websites and I kick your butt to do it. And between us, we're there to answer questions. And I can send you resources, but it isn't a step-by-step to build your website, because some people will put them on Wix, some people on Squarespace, some will put them on WordPress. But I'll kick your bottom until you have one. And tell you what should be on it. And they can be one page. And then you add. A website is constantly being added to. It's like progress over perfection. Just get something up. And more importantly, if you're not on a website, where do you live, Sammy?
I'm in Stockport.
So what would happen if I Googled yoga in Stockport?
Well, at the moment, I've not really got anything out there. So, yeah.
So I want to be on Google My Business on the map. You don't need a website for that. So that would get you there now anyway. But then people will click onto your website. So get a cheap page up, build it slowly over time. So you've got your web page up, honey, haven't you? Yeah.
I've got a quick question, Laura. If we join the mentorship, but we do it on the payment plan as opposed to pay up front, do we still get the one-to-one? Is that still?
Oh, yeah. The one-to-one is for signing up before the 31st. Doesn't matter how you pay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Get a website, Google My Business. Go through the Christmas Dash. If people haven't gone through it, go through the 10-day Christmas Dash. It's on my Instagram nice and neatly. It's in the group as well, but the group gets messy. Okay. Well, thank you for your attention. Any questions, let me know. If you're doing the homework, keep an eye out for prizes, especially if you're available tomorrow. I'm still doing the Christmas Dash prize, just giving a few people a few more days to complete activities. Right. Enjoy your evening and thank you for your time. I'll see you tomorrow, Pitch and Call. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.